What is up, my friends? Welcome to your 27th Ruby tutorial. Now in this lesson I want to talk to you guys about something called an array. Now arrays are basically just lists of items. So let me go ahead and show you guys how to create one real quick. Say you want to have a list of numbers or something. Go ahead and write the name just like a variable name. I'm going to call this array Boston. Why not? And now in square brackets, go ahead and type in your list. Now, in your array, you can have a bunch of different things like numbers. You can have like people's names, string arrays. But I'm just going to go ahead and create a real simple list of numbers. 3, 5, 7, 98, and 321. Now go ahead and hit enter, and bam, look at that. Your array is created. So basically, what you did was you created a list. Now this list is technically called the Boston array. Now let's go over a couple vocabulary terms first because I don't want to confuse you guys, so I want to clear things up. You know these items in the list, which is 3, 5, 7, 98, 321? Whenever you're talking about arrays, the items in the list are actually called the elements. So technically, if you were taking a test, you would say that this array has 5 elements, 3, 5, 7, 98, and 321. Now, clearly, like I said, this array has 5 elements, and in order to access each individual element, the first thing we need to do is find out their position or index. So just remember that. Whenever you're talking about arrays, and don't forget this for your test if you're in college or high school or something, inside an array, each of these things is called an element, and their position is called their index. So the last point I want to take note of for this tutorial is whenever you are working with arrays, you don't start counting at position 1 like people do. Computers always start counting at 0. So this one is at index 0. This one is at index 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let me go ahead and show you guys how to access this. In order to access each individual element, just go ahead and write the name of the array, which is Boston, and inside square brackets, write the index number. So let's go ahead and just write 0. Now hit enter and check it out. It prints out 3. Why does it print out 3? Because the 0th index is the first index, which is 3. So now let's go ahead and do another one like, I don't know, 3, and check it out. Can you guys guess what we're going to get? This is 0, 1, 2, 3. So we should get 98. Bam. 98 right there. So that is basically how to access the individual elements in an array. Basically, just write the array name and the index right after it. And this one goes from 0 to 4. Now you can also do things other than printing it out. For example, if you wanted to change the value of one of the elements, check it out. Go ahead and write the name, just like you would whenever accessing a variable. Now let's change the value of this third one, which is 0, 1, 2. So right now, Boston 2 equals 7. See that? But we want to change the value of it. So let's just go ahead and assign it a new value, just like we were changing the value of a variable. So now instead of 7, let's give it a value of 66. So basically we're saying, okay, instead of having 7 at location number 2, we want to change that value to 66. Now go ahead and hit enter, and it says 66. Now you can either just print out the array like this, puts Boston, and hit enter, and it's going to go ahead and print out all your elements, or you can just go ahead and type the name of the array in interactive Ruby. Now whenever you hit enter, it gives it a kind of a neater format. So as you can see, instead of having 3, 5, 7, 98, 321, that second index is now changed to its new value, which is 66. So that is basically how you create an array. Now remember, the items in arrays are called elements, and instead of positions, they're called indexes, and you always start counting with the number 0, not 1. So there you go. Hopefully you guys understand a little bit more about arrays. If you don't, watch the video again, but if you do, you're ready to move on to the next tutorial where we're going to be talking about the cool things that you can do with arrays. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.